Okay, so scientific proof is only useful for certain kinds of aspects of reality, but it's useless when it comes to, say, trying to explain personal relations or relationship. It would be absolutely ridiculous if the two of you based your affection on empirical evidence that comes from a laboratory, from a chemistry or biology. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because it's the wrong method. So when it comes to answering, can you provide scientific proof for the existence of God? Unfortunately, for them, and fortunately for us, the answer is no. But that doesn't mean that we cannot provide very, very powerful arguments, strong arguments for our beliefs in a supreme being. Okay. Who's there?
Heather.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk very briefly about one argument that is very common actually among philosophers nowadays, especially since the time when the Big Bang Theory, in a way, became the official, the most accepted view regarding the origin of the universe. You're all more or less familiar with the Big Bang Theory. So a certain time and space, at a certain point, it eventually we came to exist as part of this material world. Right? And of course, for the materialist, this event, let's call it, can be explained solely, completely in materialistic principles, upon materialistic principles. And this is basically what I want to challenge tonight. All right. So, most arguments in philosophy have a certain structure. And this structure was actually first identified by Aristotle a long time ago, 500 years ago. So, 2,500 years ago. And the structure is very simple, actually. If you look at any argument, it's got a major premise, a minor premise, and then the combination or the link, the logical link between the two. So here is the major premise, which is the general statement, and it goes like this. It's very simple. All right, so the design argument basically argues that whenever you see design, there has to be a designer. Perfect. So that's a major statement, and it's true. You can see that anywhere you go, almost around anything. And analogy, what is analogy, by the way? What is an analogy? It's a way of understanding something by comparing them, by putting them, associating them in a way that displays the common elements between the two objects. So if I were to put a monkey, an ape, a gorilla here, and myself, well, yeah, I don't see anybody else actually qualified. Maybe you a little bit. So by analogy, we can just compare, identify some common elements between these two beings, right? So we use analogy or analogical reasoning quite a bit. So the argument for design is basically an analogical argument. So we see design in pretty much everything we do as human beings. But in the natural world, we can actually clearly see design as well. Those who take, say, biology classes can clearly see design in the cell, in the DNA, the structure of proteins. You can clearly see design in, say, a sunflower. Mathematically speaking, I don't know if anyone here knows of the Fibonacci sequences. Are you familiar with that? Any yeah, you can find that kind of sequence almost in everything. So we find design in almost everything. So the minor premise is the tricky one, because this is what the opponents would argue against. Right? This is what they would actually contest. But they say, well, not sure about design. It looks like design. It has the appearance of design. But it doesn't necessarily follow that it was designed. But once you accept the minor premise, which is what I said, the existence of design, then the conclusion must follow. Therefore, there has to be a designer. Now, imagine yourself going up north to the many little islands around Quadra Island, and that you somehow got lost. That it's late and it's windy, and that you end up in a little tiny island, and you got there safely. But as soon as you got there on the beach, you see SOS. Common sense will tell you that that was not the result of some randomly combined events produced by the wind, the waves, and the storm. Right? It doesn't make sense. You can find, whenever you find sequences, whenever you find clearly identifiable sequences, you infer that there must be a designer. So my argument is very simple, and it actually works, because the argument is called intelligent design. Right? The word intelligent. Are you all intelligent? Why? What makes you intelligent? I'm serious. That's serious. You're laughing, but so why? I'm your opponent. Argue with me. What makes you intelligent? Think what? You can think irrationally, and that will help you.
Knowledge.
You have knowledge? Of what kind?
Everything.
Of everything. Well, that's everything. I'm your opponent, yes.
What is intelligence?
What is intelligence? How do you know you are unintelligent? You claim...
Are you asking intelligent? Am I more intelligent than an
No, I'm
person
not
down,
asking.
or just as opposed to intelligent?
Are you guys intelligent? And I heard the answer yes. Are you an intelligent being?
We can think and process thoughts, therefore we have some intelligence to us, or in us.
But that doesn't convince me that you are really intelligent. I mean, you can process thoughts. I mean, a computer can process thoughts. In a way.
We make choices.
All right. And how is that proving that you're intelligent?
We have emotions we don't randomly select. We can actually think.
Okay, there we go. We're getting closer. So we have coherent thoughts, meaning we have logical capabilities. So the word intelligence has to be related to the concept of rationality, or there's nothing there to be identified. And this is why we talk about dolphins and octopi as being intelligent beings. Orcas are apparently highly intelligent. Crows and what was the other big guy? Ravens. I'm not from beer. Intelligent beings. But why? Why do we see that? Because we can see, as you put it, some non-random thinking processes being displayed. Well, that's going to be the most important argument you can present to your opponent. Because in the material world, things basically work like this. I'm going to get my glasses up. If I drop this, can you guess what's going to happen? Oh, come on.
It's going to make a sound.
It's going to make a sound, but it's going to fall down. Right? Why is that? Ooh. Why is that? Oh, gravity. Perfect. Sure, but how do we know it was gravity? It didn't fall out. Yeah. Got me lost there. Are you recording?
Don't drop that.
Gee.